Sorry, but Mila's not here. We made a YouTube video inviting her to be on the panel, but she didn't accept. First, I'd like to introduce my fellow showrunner and the writer of such classics as To Live and Die in Dixie and Lois Kills Stewie, executive producer Steve Callahan. She's the voice of Lois and also a writer-performer on Showtime's Shameless, the sexy and hilarious Alex Borstein. He's the Emmy-nominated creator of Robot Chicken and the newly launched Stupid Monkey, the voice of Chris Griffin, Seth Green. He's the star of Rules of Engagement and plays Joe Swanson. Patrick Rose. Ready to get this panel started?
Let's light this candle!
Next up, the voice of Cleveland, Herbert and Consuela. He's a creator of the Cleveland Show and responsible for naming the town Stool Bend. The most fecal-obsessed man in Hollywood, Mike Henry. Hey, I heard rumors that something happened to Amy Winehouse. Is she still alive?
That's a really poor taste, Mark.
But I say no, no. And finally, he's got an album coming out in September called Music is Better Than Words, in a feature film coming out next July. He was not scheduled to be here, but he's the man you're really here to see. Seth MacFarlane.
You didn't ask anybody whether or not to do that last joke, did you? Oh my God.
All right, well, before we get questions from the audience, do you guys want to mention some upcoming stories? Hey, Steve, you want to get started off?
Sorry, I'm just still reeling from that Amy Winehouse comment.
I just learned that right this second. What did you ask me?
Do you have any upcoming stories you want to...
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of great episodes. Well, some of them were previewed in the clips. And you mentioned a couple of them, but I'll mention this one just because I happen to write it. But this season, Peter befriends a dolphin who is voiced by Ricky Gervais.
All right.
We're thrilled to have him. We actually, I'll just mention real quickly, we were lucky enough to have a couple of other really great guest stars coming up this season, including Kate Blanchett, and Ryan Reynolds. We got a great Ryan Reynolds episode. Mark Harmon, Anna Kendrick, for you Twilight people out there. I think Twilight and Family Guy are sort of mutually exclusive. On the Venn diagram, there would be no intersection there. So yeah, there's that.
I'll mention we have an episode coming up where Stewie and Brian travel back in time to the pilot episode. And it's pretty odd seeing them, the new characters, in the world of that terrible first season animation.
We went back and looked at the pilot and thought, my God, this really just looks like shit. And we thought, wouldn't it be funny to take our characters now and put it back in the pilot? And it's very all good things for you Star Trek fans.
We're also doing another viewer mail episode. It's been many seasons since we did one, but we decided to do another viewer mail episode, and that's going to be really exciting and fun.
No, please, hold your applause.
They didn't clap.
Everybody's way more tired.
They didn't clap at all for Kate Blanchett. Did you know that?
She's such a chameleon, isn't she?
Oh, here comes Bitch Alex.
In a Chris episode, somebody tries to kill Chris. Mike,
No, please don't.
Are you stoned, Mark?
I am.
That's great.
Mike, Consuela's there with Consuela. Stewie runs away from home and goes to live with Consuela. Remember that one? Remember recording that one, Mike?
I don't know.
That's all I got.
I'm another show too, though.
There's an episode where Joe arrests Peter and Quagmire for burning down Mort's Deli. Mort's Pharmacy. Sorry. It's great because when Quagmire gets raped in prison, Peter. That's that. The first part was true, but the second part would be pretty flat or gross. He does arrest.
All right, if that's, I think we can get to questions. We have people,
Lois is gonna kidnap someone. That happens in an episode. She kidnaps a kid on purpose.
I see,
All right, we have a question.
Lined up with a question.
There's
Like,
a surfer dude with a question.
do that again. That was cool.
That's the best magic you'll ever hear. The Essence commercial.
all right, what do we got?
Hey, my name's Grayson Amford, and first I want to say 2 comments to Seth Green. My sister loves you, and some random ticket lady told me to say she loves you too.
Medicinal marijuana at any age.
This is like the Comic-Con Cupid. Thanks, man.
I have a question too.
Oh,
Can
good,
I ask
okay.
that?
I'm sure we've got plenty of time.
Thank God.
Sorry. Will we ever see Bertram again?
You will. Well, wait a minute. Did that episode air yet?
It did.
It did. Then I would say no. No, he's dead. He's dead.
He did.
Unless, of course, you watch the episode again on DVD. Right?
It's like resurrection.
I mean, it's an animated series, so really you can do whatever the hell you want. I mean, if we decide he'll be back, then I'm sure we'll find a way. But no, as our plan was, that character has kind of run its course, and let's give him a fiery send off.
You look very sad about that. Next question.
Next question.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Tina. My question is, how come in some episodes only Brian can hear Stewie, but then in other episodes, other people can hear him, and I can't know the 2420 to figure it out.
I have a question. Does the visor serve any purpose in that?
Are you about to enter the Lambda talent show?
I thought in that position it collected the sun.
It's actually it's a rain catcher.
We should
It's a solar wind sail.
Shall we answer his question?
I sort of look at it like, I don't know, you remember the old Bugs Bunny cartoons when he was chasing the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote never said a word, but then in those other episodes where he was like, hunting the sheep with that dog and they would punch in their cards every day, he spoke. It's really whatever was funny in the moment.
But again, we always have this debate in the writers' room and now on stage here. But there is some set of rules about it. Brian obviously understands them. We go out of our way to make sure that Lois or Peter doesn't. Sometimes if he's outside the house,
Yeah.
strangers that we're going to see for one episode and maybe not come back to, we'll make the allowance.
Within the family, there, you know, it's like we made sort of a leap with Chris this year that, all right, well, Chris can, you know, he can interact with Chris in a real way. He can't really interact with Meg or Peter or Lois because the idea is that they're old enough that there is a separation. Once you get out of the house, as Steve says, it really depends on the story. If it's funnier for the story that, you know, there be a language barrier, great. If it's better for somebody to understand him so there can be interaction, that's great too. And it's you know, there is room for messing with the rules if it suits the comedy.